Hey guys, what's up? My name is Karen, and today's video is going to be my January book haul. So I managed to pick up some really awesome books this past month, and of course I really wanted to share them with you guys. I apologize if this video might seem a little bit late, depending on when I finally get around to editing it, and obviously I'm a bit late filming it. But if you've been following my channel, you know how much I love sharing all the books that I pick up, so I hope you will still enjoy watching this video. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. One of the first books that I picked up this month is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This book is about a boy named Simon who is a closeted gay teen who has this secret pen pal named Blue that he regularly communicates with, and unfortunately a mistake happens and an email he meant to send to Blue falls into the wrong hands. So now he has to come to terms with the fact that he might have to come out a lot sooner than he wanted to. So I unfortunately hadn't picked up this book yet, but when I saw the trailer for Love, Simon, I knew I had to get my hands on it. The movie looks amazing, and this book had so many good things said about it, so I knew I had to get this sooner rather than later. And the next book I picked up is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Ackerman. So this book is about a boy who falls in love with the summer guest at his parents' place in the Italian Riviera, and just focuses on how their romance blossoms over that summer. So obviously it's Oscar season, and Call Me By Your Name has gotten a fair bit of nominations, and obviously that film just looks absolutely beautiful, so being the bookworm that I am, I had to get my hands on the book before watching the movie, and I'm just so excited to see how great this book is. And the next book that I picked up is I Wrote This For You by Ian S. Thomas, who is also known as Please Find This. So this is a collection of the best poems he's written between 2007 and 2017. So basically the way the Please Find This project works is that he teamed up with a photographer who he has never met, and the photographer would take photos and he would write love poems based on the pictures. So as you can see, like, there's lots of photos in here as well as the poems. And the idea was that each poem always felt like it was meant for you as you read it. I'm a big sucker for poetry, especially poems about love and heartache and all that kind of fun stuff. So I decided I really wanted to pick this up, and if I enjoy it as much as I'm sure I will, then I'll pick up the full versions of all his other collections as well. And because of how much I love to write, I also picked up I Am Incomplete Without You. So this is a book of poetry prompts actually written by Ian S. Thomas as well to help you kind of get in the mood for writing poetry. Prose poetry is something that I really enjoy doing just to kind of get my creative juices flowing, so I figured this would be the perfect book for me. I'm trying to go fast now because I just got the notification that my battery's getting low, so I really hope this doesn't die and I have to refilm this. And I'm going to put the next two books together. I picked up Paper Girls Volumes 2 and 3 by Brian K. Vaughan and others. So I can't go into the plots of these specifically because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but if you saw my end of 2017 book haul, you know that my boss actually picked up volume 1 for me for Christmas, so I had to get my hands on these two because I absolutely loved volume 1 so much. So Paper Girls follows a group of paper girls, so girls that deliver papers, that experience the absolute worst morning of their lives one morning when they all venture out to deliver papers. This series is honestly like this great combination of The Goonies and Stranger Things with female characters, so I absolutely love it. I'm all caught up, and I can't wait for volume 4 to come out later this year. And if you've been following my channel, you are already fully aware that I picked up this next book. It is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. So this book, of course, follows Androma, or Andy, who leads a crew of female space pirates who are captured during a failed mission, and Andy is forced to work alongside her ex in order to succeed during what I believe is a rescue mission, if I remember correctly from the ebook that I read when it came out. So I happened to go to the book signing event that was at Indigo Yorkdale here in Toronto. It was so much fun. Sasha and Lindsay were just the nicest people ever. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Sasha. She was, I think, the very first booktuber I actually subscribed to, and Lindsay is just a wonderful writer. So even though people have been very mixed about this book itself, I still really want to read it. I want to make up my own opinions about it. I actually, even though I didn't feel it was perfect, really enjoyed the first ebook that they put out. I thought it was very cute, and I was kind of getting into the plot, so I'm very excited to see the full version of this story. And the next book I picked up is Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. This is about a girl named Vivian who basically leads a feminist revolution in her Texas high school. So I'm all about feminism, and this just seems like the perfect book for me, and I've heard so many good things, so I figured why not. And the next book I picked up is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. So this book follows a group of 5 students who walk into detention together and only 4 of them walks out. So then a whole investigation ensues to try and figure out who is lying and who is actually the murderer. So this book has been described as like a very dark version of The Breakfast Club, which was honestly enough to reel me in because I love The Breakfast Club. Like, I love it. I've heard some people have been really upset with the way that mental illness has been discussed within this book, so that's obviously something that I really care about, but I wanted to make up my own mind when it comes to things like this. So I figured I would still read this book, especially since I think it's also being turned into a movie. So I just wanted to see what all the hype as well as negativity was about, make up my own decision, and hoping that maybe deep down I actually do enjoy it. And the next book that I picked up is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Apologies if I said that wrong. So this book is about a girl named Eliza who's kind of a shy girl at her school, but she's the creator of a popular online webcomic. And there's a boy named Wallace who actually transfers to her school, who is the most popular fan fiction writer of said comic. When they meet, he obviously assumes that she's just another fan of the comic and has no idea who she actually is, and then one day her secret is revealed. I've heard this book focuses a lot on mental health, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a really big deal to me, and that's something that really draws me into contemporary YA as well. And I just loved the whole online storyteller aspect of this story, so I'm really excited to read this. And the last book that I picked up, I'm a little late to the party, but I think it is totally appropriate, is Because You Love to Hate Me. So this book, as most of you probably know, is 13 accounts of different villains. So they took popular YA authors and they each got to team up with a booktuber to write stories about their favorite villains. I just think this is so cool, and I imagine it was probably the greatest opportunity for all the writers and booktubers involved. And I'm a big fan of fairy tales and mythology and just the whole villain side of things, so I'm really excited about this book. I am so late to the party on this one, but I'm excited that I finally have it. Alright guys, so that is it for my January 2018 book haul. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and feel free to leave a comment down below telling me what of these books are your favorites or what of these books are you most looking forward to reading. And if you'd like to see more bookish videos from me, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and that you hit the little notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Again, thank you for watching. As always, spread love and don't be a troll. Bye!